Alright, we're getting ready to dig this 8x8 square footer. We're going down 24 inches deep. We're going to use the Bobcat for it. Should go pretty smooth as long as there's no rocks or anything under here. But we'll find out in a minute. So what I tried to do, you can see I dug like a little ramp into the footer, and now I'm just going to kind of scoop out and work my way back. The very edge closest to me, like right about here, I won't be able to completely scoop out. I'll kind of have to just dig my bucket straight in, and then I'll flick it forward. And whatever I can't get out, it'll be loose, so it'll be easy enough to get out with the shovel. The excavator would have been a better machine for this, but we needed to use the dish. We needed to use the Bobcat to set the dish. Like we just found one of those, that cell tower over there is for AM radio, and how it works is they run wires in the ground in order to, I guess, amplify the signal in a big area. So we found one of those wires, but it's not that big of a deal. It'll be easy enough to repair it. We had already talked about that with the facility manager. We knew that there was a possibility, because apparently I think he said there's 120 of those wires ran off of that cell tower. facing every 3 degrees. So we were hoping, you know, because by the time you get all the way out here, they're not that close together. We were hoping we'd get between 2 of them, but you know how that goes. Stuff is it's all clay down here, real clumpy. We're in Roxborough, North Carolina. The last dig we did was up in northern Pennsylvania, in the center of the state, a town called Troy, and it was freaking freezing, to say the least. Our last day there, with the wind, the real feel outside was 0 degrees. That was a week ago. And thankfully today, down here in North Carolina, it's a nice, I think it's 54 right now. I'm just wearing a t-shirt. A lot of people down here are all wearing jackets, but when you go from 0 to 54, it feels like summer already. Okay, he's telling me I'm close to the edge of where I need to be, which is good. Trying to scoop what I can. I also can't go too close to the edge because it'll end up collapsing on me. So as you can see, we got our footer dug. Wasn't too bad. I would say I probably did about a half hour in the machine, which got out 75% of the dirt, and then then it took us about an hour to do the rest with the shovels. When I got to this edge here, I couldn't scoop it out. I had to take the skid steer bucket, dig it straight down, and then I would flick the dirt out. And I did that all the way across. So that way at least the soil is loose. Anyone who's ever dug with a shovel before know it makes a world of difference when the soil is loose compared to when it's all in its compacted natural state. So there's our rebar grid. It's 14 pieces of number 6 rebar. Nothing fancy, pretty easy to build. We're putting 2 of these in our footer. We are all set, ready for concrete. We have our 2 layers of rebar grid in there. The bottom one is about 10 inches off the bottom, and the top one's about 1.5 feet above that, a little less. You can see we have it suspended here, just some rebar wire from these pipes. And what we'll do, once the concrete is covering these pipes covering this rebar completely, we'll just simply snip these wires, and we'll be able to get these pipes out of the way. And once this whole thing's filled with concrete, to the rebar, it won't settle. I mean, it might go down to maybe an inch, but nothing too drastic. It's not going to sink to the bottom. And there's our anchor bolts. We got our template up a little bit above our form, so we're able to trowel underneath our template there. Concrete will be here in the morning.